Taking on the Lady Apaches from Tyler Junior College. Let's meet the Lady Whitecaps. Wearing number 4, Jasmine Castillo. Number 6, Vanessa Childress. Number 10, Morgan Schultz. Number 12, Annabelle Bello. Number 26, Ashley Priesel. Number 14, Caitlin Warnke. Number 20, Amaris Ramirez. And number 1, Anai Hoover. Leading off, playing center field, number 3, Michaela Stiegel. At first base, number 11, Kirsten Shaw. On second base, wearing 17, Brianna Nunn. The DP, number 26, Ashley Gressel. Third base, number 9, Adriana Rincon. The catcher, number 2, Kaylee Allen. At shortstop, number 7, Angel Villanueva. At right field, number 5, Katie Mott. And left field, number 1, Anima Hoover. And the pitcher in the circle will be number 16, Leah Johnson. The coaching staff for Galveston. The head coach is Kristen Kirshner and Ken Del Camper. And I think I got those Del Camper, and I got those reversed. Line up for the Lady Apaches, Tyler Junior College. Number 1, Tommy Goodman. Number 6, Alicia Garcia. Number 9, Nadia Jimenez. Number 11, Tucker Calloway. Number 18, Amber Layer. Number 22 is Julia Knight. And number 35, Taylor Schultz. Leading off, playing left field, number 3, Brianna Paysinger. The designated player, wearing 15, Rebecca Snow. In center field, 21, Hallie Weber. On first base, 19, Mackenzie Gounswick. Third base, number 17, Casey Moore. The catcher this afternoon, number 12, Shelby Ford. On second base, number 8, Mackenzie Peete. On shortstop, number 2, Mackenzie Chatham. In right field, number 13, Shelby Hotchkiss. In the circle, the flex player, number 24, Kelly Mardones. The head coach, the assistant coach is Shelby McGraw.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Angelina College, where your Tyler Junior College Apaches as the East number 1 seed coming into this tournament with a 46-15 record, 24-4 in conference. It faces the South number 4 seed in Galveston, 29-22 on the year, 14-10 in conference. I'm Chuck Smith. I'll be bringing your play-by-play today. In the circle for Tyler, of course, Kelly Mardones, ERA of 2.11, 28-3 on the year, in 36 appearances, 32 starts, 15 complete games, 5 shutouts, 1 save, 166 innings pitched, has 130 strikeouts on the year, only giving up 7 home runs. An opponent batting average right at .319. Leading off for Galveston is number 3, Michaela Stiegel. Stiegel on the year, .291 average. For the Whitecaps from Galveston. Galveston in the white tops, blue pants, white leggings. And fouled off for strike 1. Tyler in the black tops with gold and white outline numbers. dark gray pants and the black leggings. And ball one on the inside. So 1-1 count now for Stiegel. Looks at strike two. Stiegel on the year, 179 at bats, 52 hits, 4 doubles, and 17 RBIs. Faces a 1-2 count. Slaps at that one, gonna head over to Pete to Goswick, and safe, not in time. So 1B4 for Stiegel.
Number 11, Kirsten Shaw, first baseman.
Brings up number 11, Kirsten Shaw. Shows bunt. Ball low on the outside. Shaw in the year, 234 average. 124 at bats, 29 hits. Bunted that one, popped it up, and can't quite get to it. Was Casey Moore. Now 1-1 count for Kirsten Shaw. Shaw has 7 doubles, 2 home runs, and 20 RBIs on the year. And that one's tipped back. We'll face a 1-2 count. Looks at that one upstairs. So now a 2-2 count, no outs. Stiegel sitting on first. Mardones lets that one slide a little bit on the outside. So full count now for Shaw. Gets that one, and it's going to be foul down the right field line.
Foul ball, first base side. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out with a runner on first base.
That one is dead center field. Backing up is Weber.
Dead center field.
So that's going to be a...
Brings it in. There's 1 away.
It's going to be an F8. Brings up Brianna Nunn.
Number 17, second baseman, Brianna Nunn.
Leads the Whitecaps with a 321 average, 159 appearances in 51 games. Has 51 hits, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 6 home runs, 41 RBIs. So one out, Stiegel on first, and Nunn at the plate for the Whitecaps. Goes the bunt. Got the out at first, more to Goswick.
But move the runner down to second
5-3.
2 away. And this brings up the designated player.
Stiegel advances on second. Brings up number 26, Spacer. Check that, that's Ashley Crissell. designated player in the 4-hole. 211 on the year, 114 at bats. Looks at ball 1 on the outside. 24 hits, 8 doubles, 1 triple, 7 home runs, and 34 RBIs. As reaches for that one, fouls it out of play right in front of the Apache dugout. And got her looking. So at the end of one, or the top of the first half, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Whitecaps. We'll go and keep it here. You may hear us kill the audio in between some of the half innings in there, just to make sure if the music's playing or anything, we don't get copyright license on YouTube there. But there is a number in the bottom. If you look in the bottom of the description, so if you already have the webcast full screen, you can just put it back, minimize it a little bit, and then look in that, and there's a number on the bottom that is 951-324-4199. Again, that's 951-324-4199. You can text me, let me know where you're listening from, who you're listening for. In the circle for the Whitecaps, will be Ashley Crystal, who just struck out looking. In other Apache news, if you're searching for the baseball game, we couldn't quite make it down to Beeville for this year due to some resources and everything. But right now, the Apaches in a critical Game 7 of a series down at Coastal Bend, up 9-8 in the top half of the 7th with 1 on, no outs. TJC, or the winner of this game, will host the District C tournament on the baseball side. So a critical game down there in Beeville, so we'll kind of be following that as well. Leading off for Tyler, Brianna Paysinger. Paysinger, 451 average on the year. Looks at ball 1 upstairs. 182 at bats. 82 hits, 20 doubles, 1 triple, 7 home runs, and 42 RBIs. And with that one's fouled back and out of play. With the 451 average, she's actually number 3 on the team. Leading average in only 33 games played is Julie Knight with a 500 record. And Rebecca Snow with 53 games played with a 482. Strike 2 across, so 1-2 count for Paysinger. Crystal on the year with a 2.27 ERA, 21-10 record. As that one slaps foul and will be out of play down the left field line. But Crystal with a 21-10 record in 37 appearances, 19 starts, 16 complete games, 3 shutouts and 1 save, 194 innings pitched, giving up 102 runs. Only 63 of those earned, and that's popped out to left field. So F7 in the scorebook for Paysinger.
Over brings it in. There's 1 away.
Brings up number 15, Rebecca Snow. Just mentioned her. She's a 4.82 average in 53 games played, 114 at bats, 55 hits, 16 doubles, 2 triples, and 6 home runs, 56 RBIs. Looks at ball 1. Looks at the outside for the ball. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside once again. .30 pitch coming up. Looks at it for strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Looks at ball 4 for the walk. So TJC gets 1 on, 1 out. Brings up number 21, Haley Weber. Weber on the year, .424 average. 54 games played, 172 at bats. 73 hits, 20 doubles, 3 triples, and 12 home runs, as well as 58 RBIs. As that pitch is right down the middle. Oh, 1 count now for Weber. Shows bunt, pulls back high, so 1-1 count. One count, 1 out, 1 on for Tyler at first. Looks at that one low and away. Two-one pitch. Contact, but just popped up off the hands. So that'll be a F3 for Weber. So 2 down brings up Mackenzie Goswick. 3.94 average on the year. 60 games played. 170 at bats. 67 hits, 23 doubles, 1 triple, and 8 home runs, and 59 RBIs. So 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler. Goswick looks at ball 1 high. One-oh count. Snow on first by way of a walk. Looks at ball 2. And strike across the plate. Two-one count, 2 outs, and fouls that one off. So now 2-2, 2 outs for Mackenzie Goswick. Snow still sits on first by way of a walk. That one fouled directly back at us.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on first base.
So deuces are still wild here in Lufkin, Texas at Angelina College for the Region 14 softball tournament. And gets her swinging. So out of, on the bottom half of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for Tyler to go ahead and set up the fielding for Tyler. And we got the lineups a little bit late, so still trying to go through and get the Angelina one from the game changer stats that we have online, as well as what the PA has given us. But across the infield for the Apaches, at right is Moore, short is Chatham, second is Pete, first is Goswick. Around the outfield, left field Paysinger, Weber in center, and Hotchkiss in right. Of course, in the circle is Mardones, and behind the plate catching is Court. Getting ready for Galveston is Adriana Rincon.
The third baseman, number 9, Adriana Rincon.
Rincon, a .280 batting average, 132 at bats in 47 games. 37 hits, 6 doubles, 1 home run, 21 RBIs. First pitch underway. Looks at it on the inside, close. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Pitch now for Mardones. Gets the strike across the plate. Looks at strike 2, same pitch across.
Full count, 2-2.
So Mardones fighting back to get an even count here in the top half of the second. Fouled that one down the right field or left field line. So reset a 2-2 count. In TJC baseball news, we're in the bottom of the 7th. Coastal Bend is batting, TJC up 9-8. And that one's a hopper over to Chatham. Easily throw over to Goswick. So Rincon goes down by way of 6-3. Brings up number 2, Kaylee Allen. Allen on the year, .256 average in 31 games. 82 at bats, 21 hits. Looks at ball 1 there. 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs. Mardones getting the breaking across the plate. Getting that one down the last couple batters. So 1-1 count, 1 out. Allen at the plate. That one just a little bit high. 2-1 pitch. Fouled that one off the hands. Mardones gets the count back to 2-2. And gets her with the changeup on the outside corner. So strikeout looking. So 2 strikeouts now for Mardones. Brings up number 7, Angel Villanueva. Looks at ball 1 up and away. Villanueva, 277 average on the year. 47 games, 137 at-bats. 38 hits, 7 doubles, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs. Looks at that one on the inside. Trying to work the corners is Mardones. Villanueva facing a 2-0 count now with 2 outs here in the top half of the second. Now 3-0. Ball up and away. TJC baseball now headed to the top of the 8th. Still up 9-8. As Villanueva looks at strike 1 in the middle.
1 strike, 2 away.
Looks at ball 4 low and inside. So Villanueva gets the first by way of a walk. Brings up number 5, Kamari Mott.
Kamari Mott from Diboll, Texas.
Looks at ball 1 up and away. Mott on the year, 240 average. 47 games, 129 at-bats. 31 hits, 7 doubles, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. Takes a hack at that one. Chips it up, or chips it back right in front of us at the net. Ball up and away. Court trying to check the runner Villanueva at first. 2-1 count for Mott at the plate. And fires over to first to keep her honest. So 2-2 with 2 outs. Mott at the plate. Villanueva on first. Villanueva with 5 stolen bases on the year. So full count. Runner should be going on this one, and it gets her. So a hit by pitch.
Mott takes one for the team. She'll go down to first base. For the souvenir from the tunnel.
So Villanueva will be on second.
Anai Hoover.
Mott will get the first. As you see Coach Wynn checking, because if you don't make an attempt to move out of the way, it's actually a strike. But they're saying the ball was too far inside, so brings up number 1, Anai Hoover. And low and inside for ball 1. So 2 outs, 2 on for the Whitecaps here in the top half of the second. 1-0 count at the plate. Swings at that one, fouls it back and out of play. Hoover, 292 average. 39 games played, 106 at bats. 31 hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, and 15 RBIs. As that one is grounded to third, over to first. Good to go. So more to Goswick. Connect for another time. So that's out number 3. TJC retires. So no runs off, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Whitecaps in the top half of the second. Defensively for the Whitecaps, across the outfield and left field is Hoover. Center is Stiegel. Right field is Mott. Across the infield, third base is Rincon. Villanueva at short. Nunn at second. Shaw at first. Allen behind the plate. And in the circle is Crissell. Those fans looking to follow through live stats can search for us on Game Changer. Or if you go to ApacheAthletics.com, on the right-hand side of the page says Live Stats, and a couple different clicks on the link, and you can get to the softball. It should be pretty well labeled. We'll get you over to the Game Changer Live Stats to help keep up that way. So if you happen to be on the road and just want to follow that way, you can. Up to the plate for Tyler to start off this bottom half of the second is Casey Moore. Moore with a .409 average. Has played in all 61 games for Tyler so far. 181 at-bats. 74 hits, 13 doubles, 1 home run, and 39 RBIs. Looks at strike 1 across the middle. Oh, 1 count underway. Looks at 0-2 coming across the middle.
0-2.
That one skips in for ball 1. One-two count now for Moore at the plate. Almost goes for it. Holds off, so brings it back to 2-2 even. Two count now for Moore. Slaps at that one, fouls it off the net. Gets that one and hits it over towards assistant coach Shevin McGraw over there on first, but dodges that one. So foul ball once again. So after looking at the first 2 strikes, Moore battling back, drawing 2 balls and fighting off a couple foul balls. Stay alive. Looks at that one low and inside, so full count. Full count now for Moore. And hits that one deep right center. Can't quite get to it. Is Stiegel. So Moore's going to get a stand-up double, 2B8. So couldn't quite get to it. Actually, they officially score that one an error.
Number 12, Shelby Court.
She couldn't quite get to that one on the run, so in my book, I'll give her a 2B8. On the baseball side, TJC heading into the bottom half of the 8th inning, still up 9-8. As Shelby Court looks at ball one. Court a 335 average, 61 games played, 179 at bats, 60 hits, 19 doubles, 9 home runs, and 52 RBIs. Shows bunt, ball one low, or ball two low. On the baseball side, winner of this one hosts the NJCAA Division III District C baseball tournament, of which the winner of that tournament will go on to the Division III World Series. So 2-0 count. Looks at strike one low.
Call strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Looks at strike two low. Two count for Court. Moore sitting on second. Fouls that one back to the left and out of play.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. We have a runner at second base.
Oh, close one to look at. But ball on the inside, so full count now for Court. Moore on second by way of a double. And hacked at that one and fouled back out of play against the net. Resetting the full count for Court at the plate. Swings at that one, ground over to third, over to first for the out. Rincon to Shaw. So Court will be out by way of 5-3. So with 1 out and 1 on, Mackenzie Pete comes to the plate. 337 average, 59 games played, 175 at bats, 59 hits, 16 doubles, 1 triple, 6 home runs, and 46 RBIs. Looks at ball one up and away. One-0 pitch underway. Looks at strike one on the inside.
Inside corner, call strike one.
Fouls that one off the net to the right side, right in front of Mackenzie Chatham on deck. So 1-2 count, 1 out for Pete at the plate. Court, or check that, Moore sitting on second, and that one's fouled up out of play. Low and inside for ball two. Patchy showing some patience early at the plate. Still here in the bottom half of the second. 2-2 count, 1 out, 1 on for Tyler. Mackenzie Pete at the plate. Fouls that one just down the left field line. Out of play, so.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away.
Mackenzie Pete battling back. Two count for Pete. And that one's popped up. Coming down is Rincon. High fly ball in the infield. So F5 in the scorebook. So with 2 outs, 1 on second, brings up Mackenzie Chatham in the 8-hole for Tyler. Chatham a .321 average on the year. All 61 games played. 159 at bats, 51 hits, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, and 38 RBIs. Looks at strike 1 across. A 1 count now for Chatham. Looks at ball 1 low in the dirt. Allen throws down to none to try to keep Moore back at the bag. One count for Chatham. Looks at strike 2 down the middle. One-two count, 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler. And that one's right back at the pitcher. So 1-3 for Chatham. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for Tyler. So after 2, score still 0-0 here in Lufkin, Texas.
Leading off here at the top of the 3rd, McCabe Stiegel will be followed by Shaw and Nunn.
Well, 1, 2, 3 on tap for the Whitecaps here in the top half of the 3rd. Stiegel, first time up, hit a single to short or a single to second. Looks at ball 1 low. Ball 2 low. So 2-0 count now for Stiegel. Ordonez trying to work the corners, but no go so far. So 3-0 count for Stiegel at the plate. Go-to strike across the middle. So 3-1 count now for Stiegel. And ball 4 up and in.
Stiegel with the walk down to first base.
So Stiegel with the walk.
Number 2 hitter, number
Brings
11,
up Shaw.
Kirsten Shaw, first baseman.
Last time flew out to center. So 1 on. Bunted that one right back to Mardones, over to Goswick. So
John leaves down a bunt, moves Stiegel over to second base. She's out to first base.
Stiegel gets to second. Shaw's out by way of 1-3. Bunt. So strike 1 across the outside corner for Nunn. Nunn last time did a 5-3 sack bunt to move Stiegel over to second. So 1 out. And that one tail right off the fingertips. Didn't come out right, so bounced in. So 1-1 strike, 1 out. Nunn at the plate. Almost got her to swing at it. As Court takes a little bit of time trying to disrupt the routine, get the plate swept off. Stiegel sits on second for Galveston. At the plate is Nunn. And that one's popped up and going to be right at the net. Wind brought it back in a little bit, but goes off the glove of
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Moore at third base. But 2-2 count, 1 out. 1 on second for Galveston. Nunn at the plate. Gets that one, gonna be in the gap, trying to get to it, and great catch by Hotchkiss on the run from right field. So F9 in the scorebook. Looked like that one's gonna be a gapper, but Hotchkiss was able to close it. Brings to the plate designated player and pitcher Crissell. Last time struck out looking, fouled that one back off the right side. On TJC baseball side, bottom half of the ninth, going into the bottom half of the ninth. Coastal Bend up to bat. That one's popped up. That may be looped in. Hotchkiss makes a throw at home plate, not in time. So it's going to be a little looper. 1B9. So 1B9 in the RBI.
This brings up Adriana Rincon, number 9.
So Galveston on the scoreboard first here in the top half of the third. Stiegel scored on the little looper into right field. Up to the plate is Riccone. Grounded to short to start off the second inning. One count now for Rincon. Crissell is on first. 2 outs. That one's popped up, left, and out of play.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
And that one's right back to Mardones. She bobbles it, can't quite make the play. So Crystal will get the second.
Mardones couldn't hang on to it. Runner is safe at first base. 2 away, runners at first and second.
That'll be an E1 on Mardones.
And this is the catcher, number 2, Kaylee Allen.
Team comes together in the circle. Up to the plate comes Allen. Struck out looking in the top half of the second. But here in the top half of the third, Galveston trying to add to a 1-0 lead. And umpire's telling Allen to make sure to take out the towel while she's batting. So 2 outs, 2 on for Galveston. First pitch swinging. Little floater over to Chatham. So that's out number 3, but not before the damage is done. Galveston gets 1 run across and 1 hit. TJC had 1 error, and then 2 were left on base. So we head to the bottom half of number 3. TJC now trailing 1-0 to Galveston. Up for Tyler is going to be 9-1-2. Hotchkiss, Paysinger, Snow. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off for the Lady Apaches will be the right fielder, Shelby Hotchkiss. And she'll be followed by Paysinger. And Shaw.
Welcome back to the bottom half of the third inning here in Lufkin, Texas at Angelina College. And the 2017 Region 14 softball regional tournament. On the baseball side, for those interested down in Beeville, Bossier Parish is batting in the bottom, not Bossier Parish, Coastal Bend is batting in the bottom half of the ninth. They got 1 on and 1 out. TJC leads 9-8. Winner of this game is the Region 14 champion on the Division III baseball side, and will host the District C tournament next weekend, or about a week and a half. The 1-0 count for Hotchkiss, swings high for strike 1. On the mound for the baseball side is Taylor Broadway, closer for Tyler. So trying to keep that 1-0 lead, or that 9-8 lead. As Hotchkiss, first time up to the plate, looks at ball 2. Hotchkiss, 3.86 average, looking at ball 3. Has played in all 61 games, 171 at bats, 66 hits, 18 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, and 47 RBIs. 3-1 count now for Hotchkiss. Looks at strike 2 across. A little bit up and across the plate. So full count now for Hotchkiss to lead off the bottom half of the third. She fouls that one to the right out of play. Full count again for Hotchkiss. That one's just foul down the right field line. Hotchkiss making the fantastic grab in the top half of the inning. In right center.
Go, hot kid.
3-2 count. Leadoff batter here in the. And looks at ball 4. That was going to be close. But takes the walk down the first. The TJC back at the top of the order. Paysinger now up to the plate. Flew out to left field back in the first inning. Lays the bunt down. So does a sacrifice 1-3. Gets Hotchkiss over to second. In scoring position for a good hit. TJC Baseball now has the second out in the bottom half of the ninth. There's 2 on for Coastal Bend. TJC up 9-8. As the ball is low and away for Rebecca Snow, who walked back in the first inning. One 1-0 count for Snow, 1 out. Strike 1 across the middle. One count, 1 out. Looked at strike 2 across the middle. So 1-2 count, 1 out for Snow. Hotchkiss sits on second for Tyler. And that one hits the pole holding up the net just to the left and goes right back out to Kreisel. And umpire wants to check that one just to make sure. So tosses a new ball out to Kreisel. And that one goes right back, and little rundown action, gets tagged for the out. So a fielder's choice for Snow. She'll get on. She'll get on first, but Hotchkiss will be caught in a rundown. For out number 2, so Snow gets on by way of fielder's choice, so she'll be on first. So 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler, brings up number 21, Haley Weber. Just flew out to first. A little pop-up back in the first inning. On the baseball side, if you're If you're not nervous already, you are now. Bases are loaded for Coastal Bend, 2 outs. TJC up 9-8 as ball 1 comes across on the outside for Weber. So dramatic finish down there in Beeville, Texas. As ball 2 on the outside for Weber. So 2-1 count now for Weber. Two outs. Snow on first. Looks at strike 1. Or strike 2. So deuces are wild here in the bottom half of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You have Rebecca Snow on first. As that gets roped into right field. And runners just move up 1. So Snow will advance. Weber will get on by way of 1B9.
Runners on first and second with 2 away.
So now there's 2 on with 2 outs for Tyler. Mackenzie Goswick comes up to the plate. They're in the first inning. Struck out swinging. On the baseball side, bases loaded, 2 outs with a 2-2 count. TJC up 9-8 on the baseball side, trailing 1-0 here in Lufkin in the bottom half of the third. Looks at strike 1 across. So Snow on sitting on second, Weber on first, Goswick at the plate, 0-1 count, 2 outs. And that one's popped, little looper over to short, so F6. So TJC, no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. So after 3, TJC trails here in Lufkin, 1-0 to Galveston. And on the baseball side, Coastal strikes out looking for out number 3. So TJC will won the Division III Region 14 championship, 9-8. And so they will host the District C, or an NJCAA Division III District C baseball tournament May 18th through 21st there in Tyler. Which for all you baseball fans, we'll probably have it here on the YouTube channel. So now that 1 game is out of the way for you Tyler fans, now we need to focus on this one. Tyler trails 1-0, heading to the top of the 4th here in the Region 14 softball tournament. 2 from this region make it to the national tournament. So as long as you're in the championship game, you qualify for the national tournament up in St. George, Utah. So the top 2 teams out of this Region 14 tournament will qualify. Up to the plate to start the 4th. 7-8-9 for Galveston. First up is Villanueva, who fouls that one down the left field line. Villanueva walked back in the 2nd inning. Pops that one over to short. Easy glove hand for Chatham. So F6 for Villanueva brings up Mott. Hit by pitch on a full count.
Number 5, Kamari Mott.
Back in the 2nd inning. Swings through that one. Fouls that one back. 0-2 count now for Mott at the plate. Fouls the changeup back and out of play. Looks at ball one, so 1-2 count. Tries to get her to chase that one, but no go, so 2-2 count now for Mott at the plate. Swings at that one and just loops it over to Moore at third. So F5, 2 down here in the top half of the fourth. Brings up the 9-hole Hoover. Grounded out to end the second inning. Over to Moore at third. Tries to bunt that one, goes out of play. Once again, fans, the number to text me to let me know where you're listening from, who you're for, is down in the description of the webcast there in YouTube. So you may have to, if you have it full screen, you may have to minimize it and then get into that to see the number. But it's also 951-324-4199. That's 951-324-4199. Let me know. I know all the fans following Dr. Groth throughout the year. He has the group app going, but I got another app with the phone number here that I use for communicating. As gets her swinging on that one. So we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. We're in the top half of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for the Whitecaps from Galveston College. So we'll go to the bottom half of the fourth. 5, 6, 7. Moore, Court, and Pete are due up for Tyler. But TJC Trails going to the bottom of 4. 1-0 to Galveston. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off for the Lady Apaches in the bottom of the fourth inning will be number 17, Casey Moore. Followed by Shelby Court and Mackenzie Pete.
Leading off for Tyler here in the bottom half of the fourth. Number 17, Casey Moore. First up, or first plate appearance in the top half of the, or bottom half of the second. Had a double to center. Looks at strike one. TJC trailing 1-0 here in the bottom half of the fourth in this double elimination tournament. The goal for all these teams is to stay in the winner's bracket and just play 4 games. If you drop into the loser's bracket, you may have to play up to 3 games in a day to win it all. Look at that ball one rolling across the toes. So 1-2 count for Moore at the plate. Ball 2 up and away. And that one's another hit to center, but didn't get her to run on that one, so F8 for Moore. Brings up Shelby Court. Grounded to third. First time up in the second inning.
Shelby Court.
And that one's going to be a gapper. Going to roll to the fence. Going to be at least a stand-up double. So Court will get on base for the Apaches in a 2B7.
Court with a stand-up double. One out, one on.
That brings up Mackenzie Pete. Flew out to hit a little popper over by third. Back in the second inning. So Court on second, 1 out for Tyler. Pete at the plate. One count, 1 out for Pete. And that one's popped up once again, and coming over is Rincon. So another F5 for Pete. 2 outs now for Tyler. Chatham comes up. She grounded out to the pitcher in the second during her first time up to the plate today. And that one's popped up around the first base side and right in front of the Apache dugout. It's going to be an F3. So that's done for the Apaches. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. In the bottom half of the fourth for Tyler. So we'll head to the top of the fifth. Galveston leading 1-0 over your Tyler Apaches. We'll be back in a minute.
Back to the top of the order for the Lady Whitecaps here in the 5th inning. Leading off will be Michaela Stiegel. She'll be followed by Shaw and Nunn.
First pitch swinging
Tatum
is the
takes it one away.
leadoff Stiegel. F6 brings up
First
Shaw.
baseman, Preston Shaw.
Strike one across the plate. Shaw in the first inning flew out to center and then laid down a 1-3 sac bunt in the third. And gets that one straight to Hotchkiss coming in. So F9.
Shelby Hotchkiss.
So 2 up, 2 down so far.
Right
Nunn,
brings it in, 2 away.
3-hole hitter, comes down to the plate.
Second baseman.
0 for
Brianna
1.
Nunn.
Flew out to Hotchkiss in right field. Back in the third and had a sac bunt in the first. Looks at strike one. So 0-1 count, 2 outs now for Nunn at the plate here in the top half of the fifth. Fouls that one up against the net right in front of us. So 0-2 count for Nunn at the plate. And tries to throw a little bit of a changeup on the outside, no go. So 1-2 count, 2 outs for Nunn. Swings at that one and easy. 4-3. So 3 up, 3 down.
We're going to the bottom of the fifth.
For Galveston in the top half. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no left on base. No one left on base. So we'll go to the bottom half of the fifth. TJC trailing 1-0 to Galveston. 9-1-2 up for Tyler. Hotchkiss, Paysinger, Snow. We'll be back in a minute.
Right fielder Shelby Hotchkiss leading off the bottom of the fifth inning.
Due up now in the bottom half of the fifth for Tyler. 2.5 innings left to play in this one. Up to bat is Hotchkiss in the 9-hole. Walked her first time up in the third. Looks at strike one back out and across. Takes a cut at that one, fouls it back out of play on the right-hand side. Oh, 0-2 count now for Hotchkiss at the plate. Gets that one and going right field. Shading over to the right is Mott, but able to get to it. So F9 brings up, start of the lineup, Brianna Paysinger. Flew out to left field and then laid down a sac bunt back to the pitcher
Left fielder, Brianna
so far today.
Paysinger.
One out now here in the bottom of the fifth. Paysinger at the plate. Looks at ball one on the outside. Two-0 count for Paysinger. Looks at ball three, high. Three-0 count now for Paysinger at the plate. The proverbial 3-0 look. Strike one. Now 3-1 count, one out for Paysinger. Looks at strike two across the middle. Full count now, one out. Paysinger at the plate. And ball four on the outside.
Outside, ball four.
So
Paysinger
drew the walk.
base on the walk.
So Paysinger now on first, two out, or one out.
Rebecca Snow.
Brings up to the plate Rebecca Snow. She's had a walk and a fielder's choice. First pitch swinging that one, foul that backing out of play to our left. Oh, 1 pitch. Paysinger on first. Can't frame it inside enough, so 1-1 pitch. Or 1-1 count for Snow at the plate. Paysinger on first, one out. And that's hit off the screws and gonna fall into play, bounce into the, and it's gonna hold up. Yeah, bounced off the left center wall. So Paysinger will make it all the way around to third. Snow will be easy 2B8. That bring up Haley Weber. Weber flew out to hit a little blooper to first during the first inning and had a single in the third to right field. So runners definitely in scoring position for Tyler with one out. First pitch swinging, gonna bloop into center field. It's gonna score one. Paysinger scores, evens up the scoring at one apiece. Snow gets over to first, or over to third. Weber, 1B8 with an RBI.
Noah's on third base, one away.
So Snow on third, Weber on first, one out. Brings up Mackenzie Goswick. Mackenzie struck out in the first and flew out to short to end the third. Pitch swinging there and stolen base for Weber. 2 runners in scoring position for Tyler. 1 out. 0-1 count now for Gossip at the plate. Snow on third, Weber on second. And that's going to bloop right over to third. So F5. So 2 down. Snow at third, Weber at second. Brings up Casey Moore. Moore doubled to center to lead off the second. Then flew out to center, another one to center, and not going to move bunch. But TJC at least evens it back up. And it's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So TJC knots it up. We're back even after 5. Brings up 4, 5, 6 for Galveston. Kressel, Rincon, and Allen. So scores knotted at 1s after 5. Headed to the top of the 6th. We'll be back here in a minute.
Leading off top of the 6th inning, the designated player, Ashley Kressel, followed by Rincon and Allen.
Leading off the top half of the 6th for Galveston is Kressel. She's the designated player and the pitcher. Looks at strike 1. Ball 1. So 1-1 count for Kressel at the plate. Can't get her to chase that one up and away. Two-one count now for Kressel. Gets that one off the dirt almost. Singles to center.
Kressel sends it to the wall out in left center.
So 1B8 for Kressel. So Kressel on first, no outs. Rincon to the plate. Well,
and this brings up the third baseman, Adriana Rincon.
Running for Kressel is Vanessa Childress.
Pinch runner, Jordan Whitecamp's on first base, number 6, Vanessa Childress.
So Childress will come in, and that's going to get through the gap on the left side.
Rincon to the single to left field.
So Rincon with a 1B7.
Second, nobody out.
So no outs. Childress sitting at second. Rincon at first. Brings up Allen. Allen struck out looking and flew out to shortstop so far today. Fouls that one back. So 0-1 pitch now. Bunts it and gonna go foul. So 0-2 pitch, no outs, 2 runners on. First and second for Galveston. Another strikeout looking. So 1 down, 2 on for Galveston. So Villanueva has a walk and a fly out to short. And that one is a long, deep ball, and that is out of here. Dead center. So Rincon scores, Childress scores, and Villanueva has a 3-run homer, and Galveston goes back up on the scoreboard. Now 4-1, 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. Brings up Mott, the right fielder. Has been hit by a pitch and flew out to third.
Right fielder coming up in that camera is Mott, number 5.
And that goes right back up off the glove. That'll be a 1B1, as that one was just hot right back up the middle. So Mott on first, 1 out for Galveston, brings up the 9-hole Hoover. Grounded 5-3 back in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth. One 0 pitch, in low and inside. Another ball, so 3-0 pitch now for Hoover at the plate. Gets the strike. So 3-1 now, 1 out, 1 on for Galveston. Hoover at the plate. Swings at that one. That's going to be a single into center. Mott advances to second. Hoover gets on by way of 1B8. Brings up top of the lineup Stiegel. And
we go back to the top of the order for the Lady Whitecaps with the center fielder.
And coming out to pitch is number 22, Julia Knight. Knight, a 2.98 ERA, 12-6 record, 33 appearances, 17 starts, 7 complete games, 3 shutouts, and 1 save. 117 in the 3rd innings pitch. Struck out 71, walked 22, and opponent batting average is a .309. So a pitching change. Here in the top half of the 6th.
And a change out of the circle for the Lady of Yankees coming in down a bit from San Marcos, California. Number 22, Julia Knight.
Brings up top of the lineup, Stiegel. Has a single, a walk, a run scored, and a flew out to short. Strike one. Across the plate. And that one's right back to her, and that'll be a double play to end the inning.
That's going to end the inning.
So that'll be a F1, and that'll get Hoover out with a 1-3 on the double play. So that'll end the damage in the top half of the sixth, as Galveston, with a 3-run shot by Villanueva, goes up 4-1 in the top half. So we'll go down to the bottom half of the sixth. TJC trailing 4-1 with 6, 7, 8 coming up. Court, Pete, and Chatham coming up to the plate for Tyler. We'll be back in a minute.
Leading off, here at the bottom of the sixth inning for the Lady of Yankees is number 12, the catcher, Shelby Court. Will be followed by Pete and Chatham.
So here in the bottom of the sixth, Court, Chatham, Pete due up. Court grounded to third and had a double to left her first 2 times up. Looks at strike one across. The winner of this matchup will face Blinn, who defeated Kilgore earlier today 6-0. They'll play tomorrow at 3. Loser of this one will play Kilgore tomorrow at 10 a.m. Oh, 0-2 count now as that's a long shot to the left. It has a shot and way out. So TJC cuts the lead to 2 by a solo shot by Shelby Court. That'll bring up Mackenzie Pete. Pete has blooped a little fly out to third base. Both her times up. Strike one across for Pete. Thanks for the Mackenzie Pete fans texting in. Grandparents of Pete watching from Keller, as well as the pitcher for Galveston. It's Kriesel. Our grandparents are watching in from Katy, Texas. So thanks for that pronunciation, Kriesel. Once again, down at the bottom in the description is the number to text in. And if you want to let me know if you're listening for anybody, who you're listening for, but that number is 951-324-4199. Again, that's 951-324-4199. I know in previous deals, Dr. Groth had the group app that you can text in through. But a little bit different app for me. It gives me a number where you can text in that and let me know where you're listening from. So 2-1 count for Pete. TJC trails 4-2 with no outs here in the bottom half of the sixth, as that one's on the dirt. One count now for Pete. Looks at strike two across. Full count, no outs for Pete. And that one's fouled back and out of play. Reset a full count again for Pete. And looks at that one. So now one out for Tyler here in the bottom half of the sixth. Brings up Mackenzie Chatham. Chatham 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded back to the pitcher and then hit a little looper over to first. Big cut at that one, strike one. And that one's lines right, lines to third. So the line drive to third, so 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of the sixth, TJC's trailing 4-2. Brings up 9-hole hitter Shelby Hotchkiss. Walked and flew out to right field so far today. First pitch swinging, fouls that one back to the right. Looks at that one low and inside. One count, 2 outs. And that one's deep center at the fence and not going to be able to make the catch. Slides in for a double.
Sends one to the wall at center field, and she has a stand-up double with 2 away.
So 2B8 as that one fell right at the fence. Brings up leadoff hitter Brianna Paysinger. 0 for 1, fly out to left field, a sac bunt and a walk, and a run scored so far today from Paysinger. Ball 1 on the outside low. 1-0 pitch for Paysinger. Ball low. And 3-0 pitch. So 3-0 pitch, 2 outs. Coming to Paysinger at the plate. Hotchkiss sitting on second and calls that one a strike. So 3-1 pitch, 2 outs for Paysinger at the plate. Hotchkiss on second by way of a double to center. TJC trailing 4-2 here in the bottom half of the 6th. And that one's hit to center and able to get that glove on it. So that'll be a L8 in the scorebook. So in the bottom half of the 6th, have 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. TJC, after 6, trails 4-2 to Galveston College. Up in the top half of the 7th, 2-3-4, Shaw, Nunn, and Kriesel in the top half of the 7th. We'll be back in a minute. TJC trails Galveston 4-2. Leading off here in the top half of the 7th for Galveston is Shaw. 0 for 2 with a fly out to center, fly out to right, and a sac bunt. Ball 1, so 1-0 count now for Shaw. Julian Knight still in the circle. Ball 2. High. Strike 1 down the middle.
Three balls and a strike.
3-1 count now for Shaw at the plate. Angelina leads the Apaches here in the top half of the 7th, 4-2. And scooped up, 4-3 on the out. Nice scoop up play by Pete DeGoswick. So 4-3 in the books. 1 down, that brings up Nunn. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt, a fly out to right, and a ground out to second. And first pitch swinging, going to be a looper on the run, and a beautiful catch on the run is Weber. So F8, so 2 up, 2 down. Brings up the designated player, Kriesel. Struck out looking and has 2 singles in the 3rd and 6th innings. Looks at ball one on the outside. And fouled that one across the net and pops right back down. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. For Kriesel at the plate. Galveston leading Tyler here in the final inning, 4-2. As that one's looped into right, able to get it is Hotchkiss. So F9
Hotchkiss brings it in, and that retires the signs, and we're going
in
to
the
the
scorebook.
bottom of the seventh.
So no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base for Galveston in the top half of the seventh. And Tyler trails 4-2 to Galveston with 3 outs to go to at least tie it to send it into extras. Up for Tyler's 2, 3, 4, Snow, Weber, and Goswick. Tyler's trailing going into the bottom half of the seventh, 4-2 to Galveston. We'll be back in a moment.
Leading off bottom of the seventh inning will be number 15, the DP, Rebecca Snow. She'll be followed by Weber and Goswick.
So here in the bottom half of the seventh, TJC trails 4-2 to Galveston. TJC needs 2 runs to keep the game going, 3 to come back and win it. Rebecca Snow has had a walk, a fielder's choice, and a double to center at the plate today. One 1-0 count now to Snow. Ball on the outside.
You got this, Snow.
Two 2-0 count to Snow. Looks at ball 3, low and inside.
3-0 the count.
.30 pitch. Strike one down the middle on the 3-0 look. .3-1 now to Snow. TJC trailing 4-2 in the bottom half of the seventh, and gonna snag that one in left field is Hoover.
Bringing that one in left field, 1 away.
So TJC down to 2 outs to get at least 2 runs to stay alive here in this one. To the plate is Haley Weber. Flew out to first, single to center, or a single to right and single to center with an RBI. Looks at strike one. 0-1 count to Weber. 1 out for Tyler. Hacked at that one. Fouls out of play back to the left.
Goswick is on deck.
Oh-2 count for Weber. Looks at ball one low. One-two pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it back out of play. One-two pitch. That's bouncing into the batter's box. So 2-2 count now for Weber at the plate. TJC trails here in the bottom half of the 7th, 4-2 to Galveston. Fouls that one back off to the left. Two count, 1 out for Weber. And that one's hit deep down the left field line, but foul. Two count once again for Weber. 1 out for Tyler. Bottom half of the 7th. And strikes are out swinging. So Tyler's down to 1 out. Trailing by 2 here in the bottom half of the 7th. Brings up Mackenzie Goswick. Goss will go for 3 with a strikeout, fly out to short and fly out to third. First pitch swinging. Strike 1. Looks at ball 1 on the outside. One count now for Tyler. 2 outs. That one's deep down the left field line, but foul.
Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out.
One-two count, 2 outs for Goswick at the plate. Fouls that one back out of the plate on out the left field line.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away.
One-two pitch. Ball low and away. 2-2 pitch. Close on the outside. Brings it to full count.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. On deck, Casey Moore.
Full count, 2 outs for Goswick at the plate. Tyler trails 4-2 here in the bottom half of the second, or 7th. Fouls that one back out of play. Full count for Goswick. And that one's roped fair down the left field line. It's going to hit the wall. She's going to get at least a stand-up double. So Goswick gets into scoring position with a 2B7. So 2 outs. Goswick sitting on second. Casey Moore at the plate. Had a double back in the second and flew out to center her last 2 times. Looks at ball 1, up. Wind has shifted and started to blow a little bit out of the north, so blowing out towards right field in the scoreboard. Looks at strike 1.
Strike 1.
Low.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Runner at second base.
One pitch. Strike 2 on the inside.
Strike 2.
So 1-2 count for Moore. 2 outs with Goswick on second. Tyler trailing 4-2 here in the bottom half of the 7th. And that one is a line drive, and the game is over. Moore lines out to third.
Galveston takes it 4-2. Sandra Senna and Angelina coming up next.
So TJC drops the first game of this regional tournament and will now drops down into the losers bracket of this double elimination tournament. They will play Kilgore tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And the path now to St. George, Utah for the Apaches is to get back to the championship game through the losers bracket, which would consist of a 10 a.m. game tomorrow, 10 a.m. game Monday morning, a 5:30 p.m. game on Monday evening, and then a 10 a.m. game Tuesday to get to the 12 o'clock game on Tuesday. If you make the 12 o'clock game on Tuesday, you still qualify for St. George and get to compete for the Region 14 championship. But 1, 2, 3, 4 games to get the opportunity to go back to St. George. But TJC loses this one 4-2. Going through looking back through the box score, Mardones 5 1/3 innings pitched. Gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Julie Knight came in the 6th inning, pitched 1 1/3 innings, The 1 2/3 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned, no walks, no strikeouts. But TJC loses this one 4-2 and heads into the losers bracket, and will take on Kilgore again tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll go back on the air through the Apache Athletics YouTube channel tomorrow, a little bit before that game starts, so probably about 9:45 in the morning, 9:50, somewhere in there, just a little bit before that game starts, and we'll bring you that coverage tomorrow. So until tomorrow morning, TJC trails this one 4-2. We'll be back again tomorrow to take on Kilgore. Thanks, and go Apaches.